Okay, I'm going to bring out a scripture. This is off the cuff again. So if you go to Ephesians chapter 6, verses 1 through 4, okay, you need to understand that this is God's universal code for how employers are supposed to treat their employees and how employees are supposed to do their jobs in a timely manner and to the best of their capability as unto the Lord. Now, employers are supposed to ensure that employees are treated well, i.e., they're not being mistreated, they're doing the hours that are allotted to them, and only on occasion, not back to back, maybe do a double shift every once in a while, but not 3 days in a row. Also the requirement is that if an employee is sick, then you need to give that person time off to recover. Okay? And then once that person is recovered, then you accept them back on the job again. And recovery time might take a while sometimes. It could take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. But in these times, particularly when we are afraid of an imaginary disease that was created by the government, namely the Chinese Communist Party, employees are going to take 2 to 3 weeks to recover before they come back. And employers are going to want them to take the 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, but then they can't say, okay, well, we're going to put you on back to back so that you can catch up after all this time you've been gone. No, you don't do that. During that 2 to 3 week period of time, either you have another coworker who's reliable and dependable come to your store and work for you while they're out, or you do the shift yourself. And then when they come back, if you're still short-staffed, guess what? You're no longer an owner at that point, you're an employee. So now you're on the schedule. Just because you're the owner doesn't mean that you can peg out one employee to do all the work in one store. Okay, number 2, employers, something that has happened to me. Just because you don't like an employee that you hired, if you didn't like the employee that you hired, don't hire him. Okay? What you do is you say, okay, well, he's qualified to be a manager. All right, that's one thing. That's one thing. Okay, that's fine, great. Make him a manager. But then you don't take that manager position away from him and then replace him with somebody that doesn't have the qualifications, that has to have somebody pass the test for him. You don't do that just because you don't like the guy. You know what I'm saying? And then if you put him in a useful position with some purpose, like instructor, okay, then either you have him work in the area in which he did the teaching, or you have him work in the local area where you hired him from. But you don't isolate the guy and make him travel an hour and a half away to two different locations away from the local area just because you don't like the guy. All right? Another thing that you don't do is if you've got 2 or 3 stores, you don't take one store and say, we're going to isolate this person to this store. And then we're going to run shift schedules at the other store so all the other coworkers can have some sort of camaraderie. This one doesn't get that. Yeah, that's crazy. All right? You are setting up an employee for failure, and that's your fault. Employees. Just because you don't like a person doesn't mean it gives you permission to spread false rumors and gossip about a person. If that was you, you would not want it happening to you. Now, there are a lot of people here, including myself, that aren't part of the good old boy club, and we know who the good old boy club is, and I ain't gonna get into that. Okay? But there are people who are not in the good old boy club or the good old girl club, and just because they're not a part of what you're a part of doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're an outsider and they don't need to be there. We're all Americans. We all have to work for a living, and we all have to work together in order to accomplish the same goal of paying bills and getting a leg up on life. Y'all don't have the right to take that from somebody else. So, basically, if you look at Ephesians chapter 5 and 6, specifically Ephesians chapter 6, it talks about how employers are supposed to treat employees. All right? You deviate from that, that is universal. God expects employers and employees to act accordingly. Whether you believe in him or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you believe in Jesus, whether you're an atheist, a Satanist, whether you're Islamic, it doesn't matter. It applies to you. Employers and employees treat each other right. Employers pay their employees on time and give them fair hours and allow them to be integrated with the rest of the coworkers so that they can work together and work out schedules and stuff like that, exchange phone numbers, so on and so forth. And employees give their best work whenever they're on the job. Now here's the warning. The warning part also comes from the Bible. It comes from the Torah, that if an employer mistreats an employee or a coworker mistreats another coworker, and it does mental and emotional damage to them or even physical, and that employee cries out to God for the mistreatment, God will pay retribution to the people who are responsible. So what I'm trying to tell you, in this day and age where nobody believes in God and where nobody believes there's absolute authority, you need to get this. Thank you.